Ladies and gentlemen, all right. Listen up because what I'm about to say is going to hit you like a freight train. Life is tough. It's a battlefield every single day. But there's something you need to understand. You are not in this fight alone. There is a higher power that's always got your back. It's not some weak, distant force, no. It's something real. And that force is going to lead you to greatness if you keep the faith. I'm telling you right now, the only thing that's going to keep you moving when everything else is crumbling around you is your belief in something greater. You think you're out here just randomly trying to figure things out. That purpose is guided, it's directed, it's divinely orchestrated. But it's up to you to walk that path with your head held high, with strength in your soul, and an unshakable trust that the plan is bigger than what you can see in this moment. So stop doubting. Stop looking around at the mess and thinking you're stuck. You're not stuck. You're being led. Every obstacle is not just an obstacle, it's part of the training. Every failure, a lesson, every setback, a setup for your comeback. But you have to trust the process. You have to trust that no matter what it looks like today, tomorrow is already paved for you. Your destiny is being molded right now, in this very moment, through the challenges, the struggles, and yes, the pain. It's about faith, and I'm talking about unbreakable, raw, relentless faith. When it's not some random chance, it's not luck. You're being guided by a force that never fails. So stop letting fear or doubt whisper in your ear. You are the one who decides how you respond to life. And you've got to respond with strength, with power, with unshakable faith. Don't wait for some perfect moment to take action. Now is the moment. Don't wait for things to line up just the way you want them to. They won't. Life doesn't work like that. You're not entitled to an easy road, but you are entitled to the strength and the barricade that will carry you through it all. And I don't care how bad it gets. I don't care how dark the days seem. Because if you've got faith, you've got the ultimate weapon. You've got the power to crush anything that stands in your way. So rise up, trust in that power, and go out there and dominate your life. God is leading you. Always has. Always will. So stand tall. Keep the faith. Don't ever let it go. And watch what happens when you do. You are never alone in this journey. It might feel like it sometimes. When the weight of the world is on your shoulders. When you're fighting battles that no one seems to understand. When you're alone in your thoughts, trapped in your own mind. When nobody else can seem to feel the storm brewing inside you. But the truth is, you are never alone. There's a force far greater than you, far greater than this moment, that is leading you, guiding you through every step, through every storm, through every single fight. The greatest lie people tell themselves is that they're alone in their struggle. You are not. You may feel like you're on a battlefield with no backup, but you have an army behind you. And I'm not talking about some vague abstract concept here. I'm talking about the divine power that is actively orchestrating your path. Every single thing that happens, every person you meet, every twist, every turn, it's not by chance. When you wake up in the morning, you're not just going through the motions. You're waking up because you have a purpose that is divinely crafted and bigger than anything you can imagine. And no matter how dark things might seem right now, you have to remember there is a force in the universe that is constantly at work behind the scenes. Moving things, aligning things, placing people in your life, moving obstacles out of your way. even when you can't see it. It's like a chess game where every move is calculated, but you're not alone on the board, you're being led every step of the way. When things are tough, when you're crushed by adversity, when you feel like you've been left behind or forgotten, that's the time to dig in deeper. That's the time to lean into your faith. Because when you realize that you are not alone, that you are being led, you begin to change your mindset. You stop seeing yourself as a lone wolf, out here struggling against the world, fighting with everything you've got just to survive. No, you are part of something far bigger. You are being guided, even in your toughest moments, even in the moments when it feels like you've lost everything. People think faith is just a Sunday thing, that it's only for when things are going well. But faith is not just a shield in good times. It's the sword you wield when you're in the trenches. Faith is the belief, deep down in your core, that even when you don't understand the plan, you know it's there. Even when you can't see it, you know it's at work. Even when everything seems impossible, you trust that there's something beyond the surface, something beyond this pain, something that has a bigger picture. You've got to understand something here. The battles you face are not a random act of fate. Everything that's happening is part of the divine plan. Every moment, every encounter, every victory, every defeat. Some people get stuck in the small, finite view of things. They look at their current situation, they look at their struggles, and they think that's the whole story. But the truth is, that's only one chapter. You've got to rise above that narrow view and see the bigger picture. Because the truth is, you are being prepared. Yes, prepared. You're being shaped for something far greater than you can comprehend in this moment. Struggles you face are part of your development. The pain you endure is part of the process. The tears, the sweat, the relentless effort you put in. It's all building you into the person you are meant to become. And that is all guided by a power beyond yourself. So when you start seeing things through the lens that you're being led, it changes your whole perspective. You stop resisting the pain. You stop complaining about the hardships. You embrace them because you know they are the lessons you need to grow stronger. You know that on the other side of every obstacle, there's a stronger version of you waiting to emerge. It doesn't matter if the world thinks you're weak or small. You've got to understand something fundamental. Life is not some random series of events. It's not just chaos happening around you. No, you've been placed here with a purpose that is bigger than any one situation, bigger than any moment of doubt you may face. You were chosen to walk this earth for a reason, and you've been equipped with everything you need to fulfill that reason. Your purpose is already laid out before you. All you have to do is trust in it, believe in it, and have faith in the bigger picture. Life isn't happening by accident. You're not here by mistake. There's a divine plan at work that you might see right now, but trust me, it's real and it's real. The challenge is that most people go through life thinking they're simply reacting to what's happening around them. They think that every setback, every loss, every hardship is just a bad turn of events they need to fight their way through. But I'm telling you right now, that's the wrong mindset. Every single thing that happens to you, the good and the bad, is part of a bigger plan. Every challenge is not there to break you down. It's there to build you up. It's there to shape you, to mold you into the person you are meant to become. The reason why you've got to keep the faith is because you need to trust that everything that's happening is pushing you towards your purpose. Every hard moment, every rejection, every failure, it's not a sign that you're not good enough. It's a sign that you're being refined, just like gold in a furnace. You have to go through the heat. You have to go through the pressure. And in the end, you'll come out stronger, better, sharper than you ever thought you could be. And that's when the purpose starts to become clear. That's when you start to see the vision of your life coming together. But only if you keep the faith. It's so easy to get caught up in the moment and start questioning everything. You look at your struggles, you see how hard things are, and it's tempting to think that you're failing, that you're not doing enough, or that maybe the universe has forgotten you. But here's the thing, those struggles are not against you, they're for you. They're preparing you. The world isn't conspiring to crush you. And you can only reach that greatness if you hold on to the belief that what's happening right now is exactly what you need to get there. Faith means trusting in that, even when you can't see it with your eyes. It means having the conviction that everything happening is part of a plan, even if you don't understand it. And here's the real truth. You won't always understand it. You won't always see why things are the way they are. But you can trust that there's a reason, and that reason is pushing you toward your purpose. You may not see the end of the road, but the moment you begin to truly believe that your life has a purpose, that there's something bigger than you working behind the scenes, that's when you start to move with power. 'Cause you're not just reacting to what happens around you, you're acting with intention. You're acting with faith that what you do today is leading you to something that is going to make everything worth it. Look, I'm not telling you this to make you feel comfortable. I'm not here to sugarcoat it and tell you it's all going to be easy. It's not. Life is hard. The path to greatness is filled with obstacles. But every obstacle is part of your growth. It's all working together for your good. The moments of hardship, they're the raw material that will create your strength, your resilience, your wisdom. The disappointments, the failures, they're sharpening you, teaching you lessons that will serve you in ways you can't even imagine yet. So when life hits you with something you didn't expect, something that feels like a blow to your soul, I want you to remember this: it's not the end. It's not the end. It's part of the process. It's part of your preparation. And that's where faith comes in. You have to trust that it's all part of the plan. You've got to believe that this setback is actually a setup for something bigger than you can even see right now. And when you hold on to that belief, when you keep that faith, you start to move differently. You stop seeing obstacles as roadblocks. You start seeing them as stepping stones. Think about it. If you're being led towards something greater, wouldn't it make sense that the road would have some bumps? Wouldn't it make sense that you'd need to face challenges that force you to grow, to stretch, to become the person you need to be to accomplish your purpose? Of course it does. But here's the catch: most people never make it through those challenges because they give up. They let doubt and fear take over, and they start questioning the plan, questioning their faith. They stop believing that everything is happening for a reason, and that's when they lose their way. But you're different. You're not going to let that happen. You're going to keep the faith. You might not always see the road ahead of you. You might not always understand why things are happening the way they are. But you can choose to believe that there is a higher purpose behind it all. And when you believe that, When you trust that the challenges you're facing are meant to build you, not break you, that's when you'll start to realize the true power of faith. You'll start to move forward with certainty, with power, with the knowledge that you're walking the path that's been laid out for you. And that is when your purpose starts to unfold before you. It won't always be easy. In fact, it's going to get tough. But you've got what it takes. You've got the strength. You've got the resolve, and most importantly, you've got the faith. So don't quit. Don't give in. Keep walking, keep believing, and keep moving forward. Because everything that's happening right now, it's leading you to your purpose. And here's the thing. The world isn't just giving you challenges for the fun of it. The universe isn't just throwing problems at you to make your life difficult. No, these challenges are there to strengthen you. They're the fire in which your character is being forged. If you never faced adversity, if you never had to climb, if everything was handed to you on a silver platter, then you wouldn't know what you're truly made of. You wouldn't discover the power that lies within you. These obstacles are there to push you to new heights, to force you to dig deeper, to uncover parts of you that you didn't even know existed. The pain, the frustration, the failure, they're tools, not signs of defeat. When things go wrong, when the path you've worked so hard to build begins to crumble, when it feels like you've lost everything, that's the exact moment when you need to understand this truth. You are being shaped. You are in the process of becoming the best version of yourself. But that process isn't smooth. It's not easy, and it doesn't come without its battles. Every time you're knocked down, you're being prepared to rise higher. Every failure is not a reason to quit. It's a reason to learn, to adapt, to get smarter, to get better. This is the grind. This is the work. This is where you grow. Where the magic happens. When you stop running from the obstacles, when you stop complaining about how unfair life is, and you start facing them head on, that's when you begin to transform. Because you're not just surviving, you're evolving. The pain doesn't break you, it remakes you. The struggle doesn't defeat you, it empowers you. And once you start viewing every challenge through that lens, your whole perspective changes. You stop seeing yourself as a victim of circumstance. You stop seeing your obstacles as things to avoid. You start seeing them for what they are: stepping stones. Stepping stones toward your future, toward your greatness. Most people quit too soon. They give up at the first sign of difficulty. They think because it's hard, it's a sign they're on the wrong path. But no, that's where they're wrong. The obstacles you face are the tests that are preparing you for what's coming. You've got to understand this. Anything worth having is going to cost you something. The bigger the goal, the bigger the struggle. The more significant the vision, the more intense the battle. But it's in those battles where you find yourself. So when life hits you with a challenge, don't run. Don't quit. Stand tall and say, "This is what I was made for. Let's go." Well, this is where the faith comes in. Because you have to trust that these challenges aren't random. You have to trust that each obstacle is a necessary part of the journey. You have to believe that you're being prepared for something greater, something you can't see yet. And that belief, that unshakable trust in the process, is what will carry you through. It's what will give you the strength to keep going when you want to quit. Because the truth is, you will want to quit. You'll want to throw in the towel. You'll want to walk away and say, "This is too much. I can't take it." But that's when you need to dig in. That's when you need to lean into your faith even harder. That's when you need to remind yourself that these obstacles are not the enemy, they are your training ground. Think about it. Every great success story is full of hardship. Every person who's accomplished anything significant in this world has faced moments where they've given up, moments when everything seemed like it was falling apart. But they didn't quit. They didn't throw in the towel. They pushed through. And that's exactly what you have to do. You've got to push through. You've got to keep going even when you don't feel like it. You've got to trust the process and know that it's all working in your favor, even when it doesn't feel like it. 'Cause at the end of the day, it's not the setbacks that define you, it's how you respond to them. Every setback is an opportunity to grow, to evolve, to come back stronger. And here's the key. You won't come back stronger by avoiding the challenge. You come back stronger by embracing it, by learning from it, by using it to fuel your next move. You become who you were always meant to be through the pain, the struggle, the failures. So stop running from your obstacles. Stop fearing them. Stop wishing for an easy road. Embrace them. Take them head on. Learn from them. And keep moving forward. This is the grind. This is the process. This is the path. And every step you take, every obstacle you face, is pushing you closer to the person you were meant to be. So don't fear the challenges. Welcome them, know that they are shaping you, molding you, refining you into the person who will conquer whatever lies ahead. Keep your faith. Keep your focus. I'm telling you right now, faith is the most powerful weapon you have. It is not just some abstract idea or belief in something far off. Faith is the fuel that powers your ability to overcome, to keep moving forward when the path is rough, when the odds are stacked against you, when it feels like nothing is going your way. Faith is not just a passive feeling. It is a force that can push you past every obstacle, that can carry you through the darkest days, that can propel you to heights that seem impossible. And the best part, you don't need to see the whole road in front of you. You don't need to have everything figured out. All you need is the belief that no matter what, you're going to get to where you're meant to be. The thing with faith is that it doesn't care about how strong the storm is. It doesn't care about the uncertainty. Faith doesn't sit back and wait for perfect conditions to show up. No, faith acts, it moves, it presses forward even when the whole world seems to be falling apart. Faith is the unwavering belief that no matter what happens, no matter how difficult the situation, no matter how much failure you face, no matter how much it seems like the universe is against you, you will not fail. You cannot fail. Because you are rooted in something greater than yourself. And when that faith is strong, when you're connected to that unshakable belief, nothing in this world can knock you down. You see, there's a massive difference between wishing for something to happen and knowing it's going to happen. Wishing is for those who doubt themselves. Wishing is for those who are too scared to take real action. But faith is the fuel that turns those wishes into reality. It's the fire that burns deep within you, that refuses to let you quit, that pushes you to keep going when everyone else would have stopped. Faith doesn't just wish for things to happen, it expects them to happen. Faith knows that every challenge is part of the journey, that every setback is an opportunity to learn and grow, that every failure is a step up for an even bigger success. And I get it. I get it. Sometimes it feels hard. Sometimes you feel like your faith is being tested. You're putting in the work. You're grinding, you're doing everything you can, and yet it feels like nothing is changing. I've been there. You've been there. We all have. But that is the exact moment when your faith becomes most important. It's in those moments of struggle, those moments of doubt, where you have to remind yourself, I am not alone in this. I am guided. My steps are already ordered, even if I can't see the path clearly right now. Faith isn't about seeing the entire road ahead, it's about trusting that you are being led in the right direction, that every step is part of your journey, that this isn't the end. When you trust in something bigger than yourself, when you know there's a higher power guiding you through every moment of uncertainty, you stop letting fear control you. You stop allowing doubt to sabotage your dreams. Instead, you move with confidence, with boldness, because you know deep down that the plan is already in motion. Every obstacle that comes your way, every moment of pain is part of the divine plan. You may not understand it right now, but trust me, you will. What faith gives you is clarity. It gives you the strength to keep going, even when everything inside of you is screaming to quit. Because when you have faith, you know that what's meant for you will never pass you by. Faith is the belief that what is yours will not be taken from you. It will not be delayed forever. It will come when the time is right, and you'll be ready for it. But you have to keep your head up. You have to keep moving forward with the belief that everything you're going through is leading you to something bigger. And here's the secret: your success, your breakthrough, is not just about you. It's about everything that's happening right now. The struggles, the setbacks, the hard times are all meant to shape you into the person who can handle what's coming next. Most people give up too soon. They quit before the breakthrough comes. They doubt, they fear, and they turn their backs on the very thing that's going to propel them to the next level. But faith keeps you going when everyone else has given up. Faith tells you that this moment is just a moment, but your future is guaranteed. And because of that faith, you don't stop. You don't slow down. You don't let doubt stop you from moving forward. You keep going. You keep believing. And that belief is what will carry you to places you never thought possible. You want success? You want greatness? Then listen up, because I'm about to tell you the truth that nobody wants to hear. You can't just sit around waiting for things to happen. You can't wait for the world to hand you your dreams, or for some magical moment where everything falls perfectly into place. That's not how it works. The truth is, you need to take action, and you need to take it now. Not tomorrow. Not next week. But right now, the longer you wait, the longer you keep pushing your dreams off into the future, the further away they get. Every moment you hesitate is a moment you're losing. While you're standing still, someone else is stepping up and taking what could have been yours. And that's the hard truth that most people refuse to accept. They want the easy path. They want to wait for the right opportunity. But let me tell you something: opportunity doesn't wait for anyone. It's for those who make it happen. We all get scared. We all doubt ourselves. We all question whether we're doing the right thing. But here's the key: fear will never go away. It will always be there. It will try to hold you back, it will whisper in your ear, and it will try to convince you that you're not ready, that you're not enough. But that's when you need to push forward the hardest. Because the moment you stop waiting and start acting, you take control of your own fate. No more excuses. No more procrastination. You have the power to change your life right now. And that's the difference between those who succeed and those who fail. The ones who succeed are the ones who act. No matter how scared they are, they push through the fear. They make a decision to move, and that momentum propels them forward. It doesn't matter if the conditions are perfect. It doesn't matter if you have everything figured out. What matters is that you start now. The real secret to success isn't waiting for things to happen or hoping that one day things will align. It's about creating your own opportunities. It's about building the foundation for your future right here, right now. Do you think the successful people got to where they are because they waited for someone to give them permission? No, they did happen. They took risks. They moved without guarantees. They trusted that by stepping forward, the universe would meet them halfway. And when you start to take action, when you start to move with purpose, you'll see how the world starts to respond. When you take action, the universe begins to conspire in your favor. Doors open, people notice, opportunities arise. But none of that happens if you don't take that first step. None of it happens if you keep waiting for the perfect time, the right conditions, or for someone to tell you it's okay to start. But here's the thing you've got to realize: waiting is killing you. Every day you sit there hoping for a sign, waiting for the right opportunity. You're wasting time that could be spent. The truth is, there will never be a perfect time to start. It's always going to feel messy. It's always going to feel uncertain. But that's exactly what makes it worth it. The struggle, the uncertainty, the failures, they're part of the process. And that's the part that separates the winners from the losers. The winners are the ones who push through, even when things are hard. The losers are the ones who wait for the perfect time and never actually take action. You're going to face setbacks. You're going to face challenges. But that's the price of greatness. You want to build something big, something meaningful, something that will last, then you have to embrace the grind. You have to get comfortable with discomfort, because the discomfort is where you grow. The discomfort is what pushes you further. The discomfort is what makes you stronger, smarter, more resilient. NT building something. You're wasting your most precious resource, time. The longer you wait, the further behind you fall. Think about that. Do you really want to spend another year, another month, another day sitting on the sidelines, wishing you'd started sooner? Or do you want to take control of your life right now and start building the future you've always dreamed of? The power is in your hands. The time to act is now. I'm not telling you that everything will be easy. Nothing worth having ever is. But what I am telling you is that by taking action, by pushing forward with faith, you will be rewarded in ways that you can't even imagine. The person you are today is not the person who will make it to the top. It's the person you become by taking action, by learning your mistakes, by grinding every single day. The grind doesn't stop. The process doesn't stop. It's a daily decision to move forward, to take those steps, even when it feels like you're not making progress. Because every step you take counts. Every effort you put in, even when it seems small, is moving you closer to your destination. And you can't get there if you're sitting still. You can't get there if you're not willing to fight for it. You want success. You want to change your life. Then get rid of the excuses. Stop waiting for the stars to align because they never will. Start now. Do whatever it takes to take that first step. Trust me when I say that you're going to figure it out as you go. You don't have to have the whole plan laid out. You just need to start, and you'll learn, adapt, and grow along the way. Every step you take will lead to another one. And soon you'll look back and realize that the momentum you built, the actions you took, are what led you to where you are today. And you'll see that starting is the hardest part, but once you start, nothing can stop you. So right now, in this moment, make the decision. Stop waiting. Stop doubting. Stop putting it off. This is your time. The world is waiting for you to step up and take your place in it. Stop letting fear hold you back. Stop letting hesitation control you. Take that first step. Now, no more excuses. No more waiting. The time is now, and everything you want is just on the other side of your decision to act. So act. And let the world see what happens when you stop waiting and start living. In this world, there's a constant battle raging within all of us. The battle between doubt and belief, between fear and faith. But the truth is, faith is the only thing that will ever get you to the place you were meant to be. Without faith, you're like a ship adrift at sea, with no clear direction, no clear purpose, no clear path forward. You're tossed around by every wave, every storm, every challenge that comes your way. But with faith, with that unwavering belief in your purpose, your power, and your destiny, you become an unstoppable force. You become someone who refuses to quit, who refuses to be held down by life's difficulties, who believes that no matter what happens, the plan for your life is already in motion, and you are moving closer to it every single day. Faith doesn't promise that everything will be easy, or that the road will always be clear. In fact, it's often the hardest moments that test your faith the most. But that's the very point. Faith is about trusting even when you can't see the end of the road. It's about believing that the universe or God or whatever higher power you believe in has a plan for you, and that everything that happens is part of the process of you becoming the person you were always meant to be. The challenges, they're not there to break you, they're there to shape you. The failures, they're not signs that you should give up, they're just stepping stones toward your future. Building your resilience, your strength, your character. When you adopt the mentality that everything happens for a reason and that you are being led towards something greater, you shift your entire perspective. Instead of running from challenges, you begin to embrace them. Instead of being discouraged by setbacks, you begin to see them as opportunities to grow, to learn, to build something even stronger. And it's in that mindset that you unlock your true potential. You start making decisions with power. You stop doubting yourself. You start seeing the obstacles as part of the process, not the end of the road. But here's the thing, faith is not just about believing, it's about acting. It's about moving forward with the belief that everything is happening for a reason, and that even if you can't see the path clearly, you have to keep walking. You have to take that first step, and that first step will lead you the next, and the next, and the next. Faith isn't passive. It's not about sitting back and waiting for the world to change around you. It's about stepping into the known with confidence, knowing that you're being led, knowing that the universe is guiding you to where you need to be. And when you keep walking, When you keep believing, you'll find that the doors will open, the road will become clearer, and your purpose will begin to unfold in ways you never imagined. I want you to understand this. The moment you commit to having faith, to truly believing that your journey is part of something greater, that's when everything begins to change. It's when the universe starts aligning with your energy. That's when the doors you once thought were locked begin to open. But it won't happen if you're sitting on the sidelines. It won't happen if you're holding back because you're scared. You have to trust the process, trust that everything you're going through is part of your growth, part of you becoming who you were always meant to be. You've got to act. You've got to move forward with faith, because faith is what turns obstacles into opportunities. It's what turns failure into lessons. It's what turns dreams into reality. So I challenge you, no matter where you are in your life right now, take that step. Embrace the faith. Believe in the process. Trust that no matter how tough it gets, you are being shaped into something great. You are moving forward even when it feels like you're standing still. And when you finally reach the place you were always meant to be, you'll look back and realize that it was your faith that got you there. It was that unwavering belief that everything was happening for a reason that pushed you through the hardest moments, the toughest trials, the deepest doubts. Keep the faith, keep moving, and know that the universe is unfolding exactly as it should, with you at the center of it, walking the path toward your destiny. You are already on your way. Keep going. Keep believing, and don't ever stop.